So with this video, we are actually going to be demonstrating how to do an effective close. Whether that close is for a one-on-one or whether that close is for a group presentation, the process largely remains the same. So hopefully by now you have watched the amazing Lauren, the Lauren Grace, doing why we close. So as a skill and as a process, you understand that. If you haven't watched that video, please go and watch that because you'll find it invaluable for the information that she shares on why we do it and how we do it, and just the processes and tips behind that. But
it's Sarah Law's the one that you need to watch for sure.
Sarah Law's video. Sarah Law's video. So that's a really, really good video to watch on the tips and tricks. And this video's purpose is really about the actual close. So I'm going to demonstrate with my beautiful guest how I would actually close. Where you're going to be sitting, one-on-one is going to be a little bit different. You won't necessarily be in a kitchen. You'll probably be either if you've been giving a facial, you'd be in the living room, or if you've been doing makeup, you may be in the kitchen. But I would always recommend, obviously, doing it in the kitchen or in an area close to where you've done a group presentation. So the physical location may differ, but the process is the same. So you'll see on the table, I've kind of got my closing table set up. So there's an image of this below that you can see how I've done it, but just really keep it simple and work with the space that you've got. And I'm going to go through and demonstrate how to close. So first and foremost, I'm going to do a group presentation because sometimes the transition between actually closing the group presentation, so finishing the actual experience and then getting the guests to actually go through the ordering process with you can be a little bit awkward and a bit clunky. So I would always say, whilst I'm actually at the table with them or around the coffee table, wherever you're seated for your group presentation, after you've gone through and asked them all the questions that are in the videos that you've seen, I'd point to my watch and say, I'm really conscious of the time. Does anyone need to leave shortly? Because I would love to ask you your 4 questions that I mentioned earlier first. And then usually someone will be like, oh, yeah, no, me, yeah, I've totally got to go soon. And if you don't, get someone that says that, then you can actually say, oh, look, you're sitting to my left, Lauren, how about you come in first? You can be the first cab off the rank or words to that effect. Just use words that are you're comfortable with. And then you can bring them over into an area that's not too far away from where you were seated, just to have a small private setting. So you would always get them to bring the clipboard with them. And then I would essentially basically grab that off them. Thank you, Lauren. And go through their form with them. But I always lead with the FOPO questions. So I'm just going to go through and do a bit of a mock demonstration now and might be interjecting in between to sort of go through a bit of training at the same time, but largely this will be an actual close. So thank you, Lauren. What was your favourite product today? Because the 4 questions I was going to ask you started with what was your favourite product. So I would love to know what the favourite product was that you tried today in our skincare group presentation.
I really, really loved the one that we did on the back of our hands.
Oh, yes, the first one, which was the scrub?
No, the mask.
The mask.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that product, as you heard me say earlier. It is definitely one of my favourites. What was it about it that you loved the most?
Just the difference, like straight away, that you could just physically see, and that it's just quick as well. Like,
yes, it's super convenient, yeah. Because I can see here you're currently using Sukin. Mm-hmm. So how, I don't know if Sukin actually have a mask. Does Sukin have a mask that you're using? No? Just answer no. No. We're just kind of role-playing, making up as we go. Just bear with us. How did the products compare? Obviously, we took you through all of the anti-aging products today, as well as those treatment products in your hand. How does that compare to the Sukin brand that you're using?
Yeah, it's comparable for sure.
It's comparable?
Yeah.
So it leaves your skin feeling similar?
Yeah.
How does your skin feel now?
It feels really good.
It feels really good?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pause on the whole closing demonstration. I don't know if you noticed, I touched my face. I would always recommend every time you ask someone how does their face feel, how does their skin feel, actually physically touch your face or touch your hand, because you watch, your guest will do it too. It's like a subconscious awesome strategy. So I totally recommend touching your face when you ask that question. Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know that it's comparable. I guess the one thing that I really love about the Arbonne brand that is different than the brands you're currently using is that benefit to your skin. So you will definitely notice a significant benefit to, here circled like your fine lines and wrinkles, your broken capillaries and some of the facial scarring. So you will really notice a significant difference in using the Arbonne products because of that benefit that I explained earlier as part of our brand philosophy. Mm-hmm. So Vasily, you asked, was your favourite product?
Yep.
What would you like to order today? So I actually have, as I mentioned earlier, and I've handed out, I've got those pack options for you to have a look at. So the products that we use today essentially, like I explained earlier, was the anti-aging face range, which is honestly, as I've already gone through, like exceptional value. We also have our treatment pack options, and then we've also got our makeup basics pack, which we did at the very, very end of that particular presentation. So you would just take them through, obviously, whatever sales documents are relevant to the type of appointment that you're at. So if you're doing makeup, you don't necessarily have to go through the skincare documents first, you go through the makeup ones, just using, obviously, your common sense for that one. So we'll go back into role play mode. What would you like to order today, looking at the pack options now that you've had time to consider it?
I think how much is just the mask on its own?
You really loved that one, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
So there's two ways you can buy that mask. The first is if you use it as a standalone product. So that mask actually comes down to retails at $105. But if you were to get a couple of items, you could actually get that mask for free. So save $105, you could actually invest that money in some of the other products. But what when you were sort of talking about your broken capillaries here as one of your skin concerns and your fine lines and wrinkles, you're currently using Super. What actual products are you using in their range?
I'm just using a cleanse, tone, and moisturizer at the moment.
Okay. So you do have a serum?
I don't.
No. What did you think of it? Like, what did you love about the serum that we used today on our faces?
Yeah, it was good. It's definitely it absorbed really fast.
Yeah. Because I can see you wrote the serum down on your wish list. And you've got the eye cream as well that you really like, because I know you really were talking about the dark circles under your eyes.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the serum and the eye cream, and obviously you've got that mask listed. So I guess it's kind of up to you in terms of what you're really wanting. I know that I've already explained the benefits of each of those products. I can kind of work out a package if you're interested in finding out about, if I packaged up sort of the serum and the eye cream, if you maybe got one other product. I know you really loved the feel of the primer. If you've got that, I can see if I can maybe get you the cellular renewal mask for free. Would that interest you if I kind of quickly worked out the price?
Sure, yeah, if you can work it out, that'd be great.
All right. So then I would literally just grab my calculator, get the retail price list, and kind of work it out so that currently, obviously, it's the 210 retail dollars for Australia that triggers that preferred client free product. So I'd work it out. So say hypothetically, just in the interest of time, that those three products did equal $210. Then I would literally just go through that with my beautiful guest Lauren now. So Lauren, those three products, so the primer, the serum, and the eye cream, they actually come to $168. And then obviously if you wanted to join our VIP membership program and you pay the $27, as I explained earlier, for that, it's basically $195, and you're going to get the cellular renewal mask for free. So rather than spending $105 plus your $10 shipping, you're basically spending $195 plus your $10 shipping. So it's only like it's $100 more, and you're getting 3 extra products. Does that interest you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Sounds
cool.
like we got a value.
Yeah, it's just, I think that's what I really love, like trying to just understand based on what you're really wanting to get from your skin and ultimately look your best, just to get you the best value for money. So I would like to pop those through for you. So I'll just write up your order really quickly. But while I'm writing up your order, if you can multitask, do this. If you can't, don't. Just do the one thing at a time. So I'll just write up your order. Here is a copy for you. So I'll just rip out the top copy and give that to you. And it's actually got my contact. There we go. It's actually got my contact details on there. So if you, I will be sending you a text message as well, just to follow you up on, on how you're finding the products that you've got today. But you've got my contact number if you need me for anything, if you need to ask any further questions or clarification. But what I will be doing is I'll be sending you some little information and a little pack to your mailing address that will just give you a bit more information about the products that you've used, as well as connecting with you and giving you more information about your VIP membership program. Awesome. So that's wonderful. Thank you. So we've popped your order through. So the next thing is, I know that you didn't take the deal when we went and played Deal or No Deal. So I just wanted to check in to see, obviously you've got a couple of products today. I know how much you're really enjoying using the range. You're making so many beautiful comments before about how your skin was feeling with the others when we were over there. I just wanted to double check, would you actually be keen to host, because you can build on this collection that you've got. Would you actually be keen to host and get, your free product, get your one product for $35, get your the best deal I can possibly offer you, it's physically possible in the system, and also, for anyone that comes along to your house and has some fun, like you get a $50 voucher for everyone that books a party from your party.
I'm not interested.
Not interested?
No, thank you.
No worries. So at that point, you're definitely going to, sorry, not definitely, I would recommend that you actually ask, even though Lauren didn't take the deal, because you're going to have some people that took the deal, and if they take the deal, I'm going to go through now and just do that again and say, you know, I'm so excited that you took your deal, and I'll go through that scenario with her. But you're going to have some people that are never going to host. So just ask the question still, even though you know that they didn't take the deal and they were like a bit, still ask them the question in your words that you're comfortable with and go through the benefits. And if they still say no, it's no worries, it is what it is. So not everybody's going to host. There are just some people that are not party people. So I'm just going to go back and re-demonstrate with that same scenario, but having Lauren accepted the deal. All right, so hosting a party. I know you took the deal, so you know, you've got the little free product card, which is so exciting. So you get to pick the products that you would love to get on the night of your party. So I'll just quickly, I've actually got a little pack to give you here, which I'm just going to take you through now really quickly. And this is a bit of a host pack. So it's basically got every single thing you need to know in order to host a get together. Yep. What were you thinking of hosting? What were you thinking of doing? Because you've got so much choice, as I sort of discussed. Were you wanting to do the same thing we did today? Yeah. It is fun, and I think that's the most popular. The skincare party or group presentation is definitely the one that most people do, because you've got a little bit of skincare and a little bit of makeup, and it's really fun just to have some wine and have some fun with your friends. Yep. So in here, I'll just go through it quickly with you, and then what I'm actually going to do is I would love to contact you tomorrow. Are you around tomorrow for me to give you a really quick phone call just to sort of talk through just confirming that the time works and having a chat to you about who you're thinking of inviting? Does the morning, afternoon, or evening suit better for me to call?
Probably after the kids are in bed, 8 o'clock. Does that
suit? So if I called you at 8 o'clock, you'd be free to have a 5-minute chat to me?
Yep.
Awesome. So I'll just quickly take you through this and then you can take it home. So in here, I've actually got the products that we used today that you said you were really loving and that you just bought 2 of, the eye cream and the serum. I've actually given you a sample of the complete range. Okay. So you can take that home and use it. That should last you at least 4 to 5 days. So you only need time, as I've explained today. So you can take that. Yep. There's this really great document, which is a host planner. So you can have a look through this, and it's just going to give you a little bit of information about hosting and some tips to help you really just understand how simple it is to organise the event. Yep. A catalogue, because you're going to go through best deal, like literally, and your free product. So you can have a flip through here and see what it is that you're after. Yep. Cute are these. You get to use these invites for your friends. So there's a couple of invites here that you can actually pop in the post or physically deliver to your friends that you're thinking of coming. Who are you thinking of inviting?
I would definitely invite my mum, my sister, probably my next door neighbour. Yeah. Maybe a couple of girlfriends. Oh, good. So you've got like a really great group of people coming. That's really awesome. So you'll be able to give them these really cute invites they can stick on their fridge. Mm-hmm. There's a couple in there for you. Yep. This is just a tip form. It's really simple. It's kind of like what's in the planner at the start, but it's like all on one page. So that is super simple for you to understand how easy it is for you to organise the event. Yep. So you can have a look through that. This is the one that's fun though. So this is your wish list. So you can go through the catalogue, have a think about all the products that we try today, and you can actually sort of circle all of the things that you're really keen to grab on the night of your event. Yep. And I'll go through that with you in more detail tomorrow. Yep. The really cool part is, in order to get your free product, you need to have a minimum of 3 orders. So if it's inevitable that some people say they can come and then they ultimately can't for whatever reason on the day, you can actually get outside orders for people to actually contribute towards your host benefits. So you can actually give these out to people that say they can't come, and I'm obviously more than happy to speak to them and give them a sample or anything like that as well. So there's a couple of forms in here for you to use, as well as what is the deal. So these are the pack options that you're going to get access to. So you can go through and have a look at those. There's a little price list here as well, so you understand the savings that you're going to make, and just a couple of other bits of information about the business itself that you've heard about today as well. So you get to take that home. Do you have any questions about any of that? No, it looks like we've got plenty to have a look through.
You definitely do. So in terms of timing, I actually have just here a form. Actually, I have no idea what I've done with it. It is somewhere on the table. Maybe don't do what I do and actually having it easy to find place. It should usually be in the back of my order form, or possibly in a bag that is at the table. We've got one. That's my fault. So you have this completed open date card. So we're total professionals. Anyone can do this business. We actually have this completed, and I've actually then asked, I guess, to pencil a date in. So hypothetically, you literally just pull this out and you'll have to run around like a crazy person trying to find it. So I've actually got some dates that I am free. So I was hoping that maybe we could just pencil something in, and if it doesn't work for your friends, then we'll move the date. But what I found is rather than going away finding out what time your friends are free, because no one's going to be free, not everyone's going to be free at the same time. We'll pick a date that works for you and works for me, and if it doesn't work for your friends, we'll move it.
Okay.
So these are the dates I've currently got free for the rest of this month.
Yep.
Does a weeknight or a weekend work better for you?
Maybe a weeknight would be good.
A weeknight?
Yeah.
And you can earlier in the week or later in the week?
Probably later in the week.
Later in the week?
Yeah.
So I've got the following Thursdays and Fridays free. So I've got this date here, this date and this date. I'm not sure if you know what you're doing on those days or if you need to check your diary, but did you want to just pencil one of those in?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Friday would be good.
That Friday here? So
yeah, that's Friday. Yep.
Awesome. What I'll do, I'll just pop your name in here, so I don't forget, and I can put it in my diary too. So I will text you some information, and obviously in the next 24 hours, but I'll call you tomorrow after 8 o'clock, like I said, and we can just confirm that date's going to work, and I'll go through all the information. I've got text messages that you can send to people as well, in addition to your beautiful invites, so I'll make it really, really easy for you to have your event. So that's yours.
Thank you.
And then lastly is the opportunity. So I know I've spoken a little bit about how the business has changed my life, and I guess, the amazing benefits that we have access to through our incredible system and the team and the culture. Did anything I say today resonate with you in terms of getting more time or more income in your life?
Oh, yeah, it did actually.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've never really thought about it. It's not something that I, thought about really at all, but it does sound pretty interesting.
I can completely relate to what you're saying. So I think I shared, like, I was not actually looking for this business and never, ever, ever thought I would ever do anything like this.
Yeah.
So I can really relate to what you're saying in that regard. Maybe tomorrow when I give you a chat, I'll actually give you this as well. This is a little bit of information actually about the business. I'd love to give this to you to read with your information about hosting as well. And then maybe tomorrow when we connect to talk about your event, we can actually connect and have a bit more of a conversation about the business as well, and maybe even have like a one-on-one, like we can have a one-on-one. I can maybe just chat you a cup of coffee or a glass of wine if you want to get out of the house of an evening with from the kids. So I'd love to maybe catch up with you and talk about that in a little bit more detail, but I'd love to give you this first, so you can sit on it, because I'm already calling you tomorrow, and then we can maybe have a chat, or we can have a chat tomorrow evening on, just what what resonated with you the most, and maybe you can a coffee or a wine this week.
Okay, great.
Awesome. So you can take that too.
Thank you.
Again, just to sort of push pause on the role play, you're definitely going to get people that are like, oh, and they're going to be fence sitters. You're going to get people that are like, no chance. And then you're going to get people that are like, oh, maybe, like, I haven't really thought about it. I just really encourage you again just to get your open date card. If they're not hosting, I mean, a lot of times in my business anyway, a lot of hosts have actually joined my business, so you can really build that relationship with them and not force them into making a decision straight away, because you've got a follow-up appointment with them the next day to talk about their event, and then you've got to have their event with them. So they're going to then get that proof point from their friends that the products are awesome and see their friends' responses to how the products are. So I'd encourage you, if they're not hosting but they're interested in the business, then within the next couple of days, if you can, like, time is of the essence when you've got someone who's interested in the business, because fear can creep in and doubt can creep in and naysayers and dream stealers can get in their ear and really plant those seeds of doubt. So if you can, within the I recommend within sort of 24 to 48, 3 days? I can't work out the hours. 72 hours. Try to get a time with them and say, look, I'd love to share a little bit more with you about that opportunity. I mean, you've heard a little bit today, but I'd love to share a little bit more with you. So what, you can either then work out with them, write that then and there, if it's better to invite them to a live event. So if it's a live event coming up, awesome, you can totally invite them along to that. Or you can catch up with them one-on-one, or you can send them an online recording. So we've got heaps of choices and heaps of flexibility, and there's a whole on this section on our website around building your team that you can talk about that prospecting and inviting section. So check out there for a little bit more information, but definitely using your open date card to find a time where you can actually connect with them, even if it's just an initial phone call, once you've sent them the information or sent them the webinar and given them the pack. I would really recommend definitely time is of the essence, so you can go through that with them as well. But for the people that are like, no, I'm not interested, don't keep trying. Like, I guess take that initial feedback on board, because you're definitely going to get people that are just never going to be interested in the business. And to be honest, you don't really want them on your team anyway. You definitely want to be able to be picking and choosing, who the superstars are that you'd love to partner with. What else do I want to say about that? And then I think that's it on the business pack, the business pack. Yes. Oh, and yeah, that's it. So the lucky last is with the opportunity, you're going to have some people that say, no, what my favourite product was this. No, I don't want to order anything. No, I'm not interested in hosting. And no, I don't want to find out about the business. Don't really, I guess, try to invest heaps of time trying to build that relationship, because there's some people that are just going to be like, no deal. But what you can do at that point, if they're like, no, and don't get disheartened. There are just some people that, hashtag haters going to hate. So there are just going to be some people that are just not interested. But I would definitely encourage you to still ask the questions there. They know that you're going to ask the FOHO questions, favourite product, order, host and opportunity. But ask them for referral. So at the very end, you can actually say, look, no worries, it's no problem at all. I'm so glad, so grateful to have met you. And I really hope that your skin feels amazing and you had a lot of fun this afternoon, because I certainly did. One thing that you can actually do though, is you can actually gift somebody an incredible experience. So you can actually gift somebody the opportunity to have a special occasion makeover. Or you can have the opportunity to give somebody a luxury facial. These are free services where I come to them. I think if you think about if somebody gifted you something like this, a free facial or a free special occasion makeup, what a beautiful gesture that is. Mm-hmm. So you can give some of that, or you can actually give somebody an in-home product experience where I can come around and talk to them about, just our amazing products, but it's more of a one-on-one basis rather than a party, because some people just don't do parties. Mm-hmm. So if you know of anyone, and then I guess based on what you know about this person, you can be specific. But if you know, say for example, like a new mum, that sort of just needs 5 minutes to herself, or someone that's recently gone back to work that's just really stressed, or someone who's time poor and just never makes time for themselves, like they're the ideal people, I guess, to refer to. I can refer. You can refer them through to me. Mm-hmm. I'm actually only going to ever text them once. So if you put your friend's name and number down, I am not going to be a crazy up-on stalker and send them like 1,000 text messages. I actually have an example of what the exact text message is that I sent here, and I actually say like, I'm only going to be texting you once. I'm not going to be following up. So if you'd like it, let's get in contact. If you don't, then you can ignore this message. Yeah. Does that sound like something that you think any of your friends would love, or your family?
Yeah, I might just take one with me and just head back to the table and maybe have a think about it. Okay,
that'd be lovely. Yeah. So is there one in particular you wanted, or you can kind of all three of them?
Yeah, probably just the facial one.
Facial?
Yeah, now I think about it. Thank you.
Wonderful. And if you think of anyone, obviously you can chat to me before you go, or you can contact me after. I will send you a little message. I've got your mobile number here. Yeah. And then you have my number that you can send it through. So thank you so much. I'll let you go back to the table and I will grab the next person. So Amy, did you want to come over? Are you ready to answer your 4 questions? And you'd be like, bing, close. So I guess having on the table as well, the whole host to be rewarded flyer, and then the individual consultations will certainly also really help with people that maybe aren't interested in having a party. So you can go through that with them as well. And then that's pretty much it. I don't think I missed.
No, and there's all the training as well, obviously, on styling and how, what products pair with what products, and sort of, offering 3 so people will pick 2. That specific training is on the closing and selling page as well. So if you want to get better and learn more skills around that, definitely spend some time on the closing and selling page, and that should give you some more confidence too.
Yeah. But have fun, relax. This doesn't need to, obviously this is quite an extensive video because I've gone through lots of different scenarios and done a bit of explanation as we go, but just have some fun with it. Use the process, ask your FOHO questions. You can build some rapport and ask some questions as you're going through and getting to know that person a little bit more. But at the end of the day, some people are going to love the products, some people aren't going to love them. They're just going to be like, it's okay. But your job is really just to ask the questions and focus on the actual activity of asking and not worry about what they say at the end. So we wish you all the very best. Now I'll turn the recording off.